50 skiers and snowboarders were stranded on the lift, some for at least an hour on a very, very chilly day. The Jack Pine Hill staff and volunteers started rescue procedures to bring skiers and snowboarders down off the lift. The temperature hovered close to -20 as the staff put their training to use, bringing all, thankfully, to safety. The last two teens rescued were attended to by paramedics. The chairlift had a faulty bearing at the top turnaround. This forced the cancellation of all activity planned for Sunday. Both staff and skiers worked together to get everyone back on the ground, safe and sound.
Just stopped and then started and stopped again. We were up there for a while.
How long were you up there for?
I don't know, like an hour maybe.
Now the process to get you down, how did that go?
Well, they brought you up a T on a rope and you strapped a little harness around your back and sat on that and they lowered you down to the ground.
First time you've ever had that experience?
No, I did it in training because I worked here a couple of years ago.
Somewhere between 1 and 1:30, I guess the hill foreman noticed that there was a problem with the lift and they had stopped a couple of times, or they had stopped it a couple of times, and then he called in the hill director to have a look at it. It seems that it is a bearing that has gone in the bow wheel here at the top of it. It's not the first time we've had a bearing go there. So they decided at that point, with the number of people on the lift, and that it was best to do a lift evacuation. That's the first time we've ever done one at Jack Pine Hill. So it was certainly a good testing ground for our staff, and I think they did a very commendable job in getting things up and running for the lift evac and people off the lift within inside of an hour and a half. Cold day for people to be stuck up there on the lift, though, for sure, and that's always a bit of a distress for us. But of course, in any of these situations, our first concern is for the safety of our customers. There were a lot of people that came in. I know previous people that had been ski patrol other years came on board. They'd heard it happen, came out and helped, and so it was wonderful, the support that we had from people that were familiar with the hill and knew the procedures. The mechanical failure is still something that we're investigating, because we really don't feel that we should be having this problem with the bearings going every couple of years. We're not sure if it's a weather-related situation. That's something that we'll need to explore in more detail with the manufacturer of the lift and just find out what is causing this kind of situation. We're happy to have found one, or that one was found for us in Toronto, and it should be here tomorrow. Based on previous experience, when we last replaced this bearing, it took us about 3 hours. So we're hoping that we'll be open tomorrow evening for our first adult Tuesday night lesson. There are always unforeseen circumstances in these situations. Temperatures are going to drop tomorrow. We don't know what the bearing is looking like and how many pieces it's going to be in when we get up there to take it out, and how easy this new one will be to put in. I mean, if everything goes smoothly, there shouldn't be any problems, and we would hope for that. But there's always that element of uncertainty when you're replacing something.